Cordarrelle Patterson, running back 9 last year, 153 rush attempts, 619 or 18 yards, 6 touchdowns, 52 receptions, 69 targets, 548 yards through the air, and 5 tutties through the air. Thoughts on Cordarrelle Patterson?
I like Cordarrelle Patterson. He's a guy that is going later than he should in redraft leagues. I like him because he's a guy that it's dual position tagged, right? Like he's a wide receiver or a running back. More often than not, anytime I had him on my roster, I plugged him into the wide receiver slot and not the running back slot. And for all intents and purposes, with the way that this Falcons team is built this year, you're probably going to see him split out wide even more, right? Like he's still going to get some touches out of the backfield. He's going to be doing some things there, but he's going to be a wide receiver more so than a running back this year. But if he's dual positioned, it's added versatility to your fantasy roster, and that is a valuable commodity that you don't see across a lot of things. Quite frankly, Deebo Samuel should be a dual positioned wide or fantasy football player. Right? Like if everybody's going to be honest about it, the number of carries that he took out of the backfield and the production that he came out of the backfield with, Deebo should be dual positioned because his percentages of running back versus wide receiver match up extremely close to Cordarrelle Patterson. Off that tangent.
Fair enough.
I like Patterson. I like Patterson. You can get him as a third, maybe even a fourth running back on your team. He's a guy who is going to be heavily focused on in this Atlanta offense. There's a clear path to volume and targets and touchdowns. So I like Cordarrelle Patterson. And I'm probably going to try and snatch him up where I can to just add some versatility to my roster. He might be, and I don't want to say he's the lone piece to this offense that I would look at, but he's probably the piece that I'm most likely to look at this season.
Like Cordarrelle Patterson, where Cordarrelle Patterson has his value for fantasy came through the receiving work far more than it came out of the backfield, right? When you look at the back half of the season, when they were really trying to utilize him more as a running back than they were as a wide receiver or a pass catching option, that's where he kind of fell off as far as fantasy value was concerned. But that's where his value truly lies, is as a pass catching option and as a pass catching weapon, and really just being an offensive weapon when you look at it. And right now you can probably see him coming off the board in like that 6th to 7th round. I think that you will see him potentially creep up into the 5th round type of thing when we get to redraft season. But even a 5th round pick, I still like that option a lot there for him because of what you said, right? He's a dual guy that I can, I get 2 positions for the price of 1 draft pick type of thing. And I can manipulate my roster to give me an advantage on a lot of those things.